welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be walking you through a traditional wedding day, but giving you non-traditional ideas that you could implement at any point in the day. Stay tuned until the end because a few of those reception ideas are some of my favorites. If you're looking for wedding ideas, planning tips, or even entertainment, like and subscribe now so that you can keep up with my videos. So the start of the day, the getting ready time. One non-traditional thing I've seen some couples do is opt to get ready together. If you don't really like a lot of attention, or you're not very outwardly expressive people that might not really want the pressure of a first look or a dramatic moment at the altar, you could get ready with your partner on the wedding day. It's a really sweet and special way that you guys could have some extra time together and have it just get those nerves out of the way and not have too much anticipation. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it might be yours. So that's the first idea for a non-traditional wedding day. Make sure you have your photographer arrive early to be able to capture you two getting ready together. So after you've gotten ready, there's some really cool things you could do with your ceremony that are not traditional, but on a traditional wedding day. So one of my favorite things that I've seen at a wedding ceremony is a non-traditional flower girl. So at this wedding, the bride had one of her friends come down the aisle, and she had individual flowers to hand out to guests as she came down the aisle. It was so beautiful, and especially because a lot of men don't ever receive flowers in their lifetime. So it's a really great way that you can get everybody involved in the ceremony, and really special if you don't want to have any kids around, but you still want to have some sort of flower girl. So another non-traditional ceremony thing is that maybe you want to have a solo moment coming down the aisle. You could either have a dad or someone important in your life walk you up to the aisle and then go to their seat so that you could have your moment coming down the aisle by yourself. Or maybe you want to have both your parents walk down the aisle with you. Those are two non-traditional ways you can come down the aisle that are really impactful for your ceremony. Make sure you're in communication with your photographer and your wedding planner about these details so that everyone will be prepared to accommodate your plans for coming down the aisle. I have seen aisles that are too narrow to have one person on either side of you walking down the aisle, so just make sure to take note of that. So another non-traditional thing that a lot of couples have been implementing lately is participating in your cocktail hour. You don't have to hide away from your guests, especially if you do a first look and you get a lot of the photos out of the way before the ceremony. Then you can hang out with your guests and enjoy cocktail hour with them. A lot of couples that I've worked with have really enjoyed doing this, and getting the photos out of the way before ceremony allows you to really feel like you're just partying and celebrating the rest of the day. That was one of the main regrets I had from my own wedding day, is that I do wish that we spent a little more time with our guests during cocktail hour instead of taking photos and being hidden away for that time. So you finished cocktail hour and now you're heading into the reception portion of the evening. Traditionally, the couple enters together and the DJ announces them, and they often go right into their first dance. But if you're not looking for the spotlight, maybe the two of you don't want to make a dramatic entrance, there's some great non-traditional ideas that you can do instead. For example, I think it would be really cool for all the guests to enter, the bride and groom sitting at their table, and the DJ invite anybody who wants to participate in an entrance competition to make their entrances. I think it'd be so cool. Like, the bride and groom could sit there with like signs rating the different entrances. Like, it could be a good way to get your guests involved and have a prize at the end. Any way that you want to enter, you don't have to make a big entrance if that's not your style. You could even have your guests participate, and I think it would be a really fun option. Most couples don't get to see their bridal party making their entrances, so even if you want to just have the bridal party entrances after you so that the two of you can witness them, that's another great non-traditional way to do your entrances. So next, we traditionally do parent dances. Now, parental situations can be different for everyone, so maybe you're looking for a non-traditional option for that time. One of the sweetest things that I've seen was a bride surprising her mom with a dance. I've also seen a wedding where the bride invited her grandfather to dance with her after her father, and then all of her family members slowly came up to the dance floor together. And this one idea that I saw literally had me a puddle on the floor. So if you do have a deceased parent that you would want to honor during those parent dances, I saw a video online where the groom's mother had passed, and so he invited any woman that knew his mom to come up and dance with him, starting with his sister.
I want to start this dance off with my sister in honor of my mom. And if you, my mom, please come up to the dance floor during the song and Steal Me and share your favorite memory or first interaction with her.
So there's so many great ways that you could honor those wedding traditions without having to do that exact thing. So after those formal dances, typically the couple also does a first dance, but something super fun, I think, is that couples can do something other than dancing. Maybe you two enjoy weightlifting together and want to do a first lift, or you have lightsabers and you do a lightsaber duel. Like, you don't have to do the traditional first dance if that doesn't feel right to you. Do whatever you want for your first dance or your way to celebrate the two of you as a married couple. And now, into the dancing portion for the rest of the night. There are so many non-traditional things that you can implement that are super fun, a big hit with guests. One of my favorites that I've seen is adding a limbo to the dance floor. Guests absolutely go crazy for this, and it's guaranteed to be the most entertaining and memorable part of the night. So in terms of dinner, you do not have to do the traditional chicken and pasta dish. Trust me, as a wedding photographer, I eat it every weekend and I get so sick of it. You don't have to do those traditional meals. Maybe you love pizza or tacos or hamburgers. Whatever you two enjoy, as long as you have some dietary restriction options for your guests, have what you want at your wedding. You don't need to serve the traditional food. It can be fun to give your guests a heads up on the invitation so they're aware of it, but eat what you want on your wedding day, not what you think you should have. And I've seen a ton of non-traditional reception events that are really fun. So one video I saw, they did 2 truths and a lie with their guests, and it was questions about the two of them. So the people at the table would work together to guess which one was the lie. It's a great way to get your guests mingling, talking with one another, and doing something to celebrate the two of you and test their knowledge on how much they know you. Other things like trivia, a photo scavenger hunt, or even doing temporary tattoos are really fun and great ways to mix it up a little bit and do something exciting for your guests. Make sure to have some prizes for those winners if you do one of those games. And lastly, we get to dessert. I am loving the fact that more and more couples are moving away from the traditional wedding cakes. You should have the dessert that you two are the most excited about. My husband and I had pies for our wedding because that was our favorite. And they were so beautifully decorated, still made great decor for the table without us serving cake to all of our guests. Other ideas I've seen is having a whole candy bar so that guests can fill up on different types of candy, or even my absolute favorite, I think this might be the best idea of the whole thing, a cake piñata. I mean, what a cool way to still have your cake cutting or maybe cake destroying without having a traditional wedding cake. I think it's so fun, and I can't even imagine how great those photos turned out. Have you seen any fun reception games? Let me know some ideas in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it got you excited about planning your wedding and making it authentic to the two of you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, here's another one I think you'll like.